All right, guys, I should have videoed me working on this whole truck. I am trying to figure out if it's got spark. So I put my spark plug into the spring. I don't know if you can see that. So that spring is attached to the ground. So I'm grounding it through the spring, and I'm gonna set this. Well, let me see what that's looking at. And then I'm gonna shut the lid, and I'm gonna crank over the engine and see if it's sparking. Because I don't even know if I got spark at all. I don't know if my coil's bad. I got another coil. So hang in there. Hopefully it gets dark on you. But hopefully my phone don't fall off into the engine. Oh, that's not gonna give the view. I'm gonna flip it over. So the camera, oh, where in the world? Here we go. How about that? There we go. I'm hoping that we'll be able to see a splash of light. Not a splash, but a flash of light. So, hope the phone doesn't fall off and break. A couple cranks. Oh, my phone's okay. That's good. Now I'm gonna check the video. See if they can see a spark. So what we got going on here is a camera at the wrong angle and a bee in my face. But I got a gallon here and I poked a hole in it, right? I'm gonna put some gasoline in this, but not above this. That way I can flip it where the gas will flip over. And then it's gonna be connected to this thing that I got going on. Right here, I had a grommet, and I got a milk lid. I cut out the milk lid and I put a grommet in it and I put this hose on there. I got that hooked down there to my fuel pump. I don't know if the camera's showing you or not, but I'm trying. And so I'm gonna hook these two together, and then when I flip it over, I can pull that little screw out and it'll allow it to breathe. And then I'm gonna try to start the engine off of a milk jug of gasoline. So, I'm putting you right here. Uh-oh, sorry about that. Maybe it's like this, maybe it's like that. So it wants to fall over. So if y'all want to watch me do that, stick around because, oh, and I'm not trying to plug this brand gas can, but it is the best, the Sure can. This is the best gas can on the market. They are not cheap, but they are awesome. See this little doodad right here? The only thing you got to worry about is when you're done, you need to hold this valve open after it's up, and you need to let the gas. You see this right here? It lifts a valve down here so the gas can come out. Now it's shut, but there'll be a little leftover gas in here if you don't shut this first and let all that gas come out. Okay, I guess me in the picture isn't that important. The point is, you can pick this thing up. That store's out of your way. It has a top if you don't run over it like I did. And then you can point it into whatever you're doing it at without gas going everywhere. And then you pull this button. You know, so like, boom, like that. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit in here, and that's off camera. But I mean, that's great. You gotta get you one. It's a Sure can. They're like super expensive. This one is the one that I had on the campaign when I ran for president. At the end of the campaign, I didn't have any money. you know, nobody knew enough about me to have any donations keep me going. So I literally had to take this. It said need gas $20, and then out of gas. So when I was on the campaign and I would run out of gas, I would just $20 would fill this up at the time. Somebody give me, I'd walk over to the thing, they give me $20, I go fill this up, I go put it in my truck. Okay. If I had a really nice gas station that didn't mind me just popping in and out like that, I would just put it in my truck, and then I walk back over, get $20 more, put it in my truck, walk back over, get $20 more, put it in my truck. Then I'd fill up my truck, and then I had 4 gas cans. Then I'd fill up my gas cans, put them in the back of the truck, and continue campaigning. And then when I ran it, and that gave me 1 gas for my generator, and the others for filling up and being able to campaign and just keep driving. And then I ran out of money and do it all over again. I doubt any other presidential campaigner has ever done that, ever. No one, No, and when I say campaigner, I mean the me or anybody working for a campaign, So let's hook this up and let's see if we can make this work. See if we can record the difficulties that this might be. We can get that on. So my plan is just to spin the jug. I don't know if gasoline will go past the lid of a jug, a milk lid. But okay, so now my plan is to do this. Let's test it and see if it leaks. Uh-oh, I've got too much. But that's good. It's bleeding itself. So we'll lean it like that for a minute. I'm gonna go get something to hang this up with. Or maybe. And set it like that. I'm expecting this to fire up, folks. To be honest with you. I mean, unless the timing order's out. I'm pretty sure I set up the distributor the way it was when I got it. And I could have not, though. That is the variable, but I did check a minute ago. We got spark. Can you see what I'm doing here? Using a piece of vacuum line. And I'm pulling this thing out. So that's my gas can. Just in case something goes terribly wrong, I'm gonna put my phone over here so that if something did blow up. All right, but y'all might have to forgive me. I'm gonna stop this because I don't have really a moment of truth. I'm gonna go crank it over. So I need somebody to keep an eye on this so this doesn't. I mean, I think it's gonna work. Take a look at this setup. Look at that. That's pretty stout. Are there any leaks at the bottom of this? I don't see no leaks at that. So we got a vacuum, no pressure, gravity fed. Putting you way over here. Hope you're still tuned in because this truck hasn't ran in 5 years. Here we go, folks. All right, so I don't see any leaks down there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray this in here. Let that begin to vaporize and see if it'll start. If it ain't getting fuel, that's one thing, but if it ain't sparking, that's another. Well, looks like we're leaking fuel from somewhere. Where is that coming from? Alright, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put this camera above this carburetor and see if we're getting any fuel to the carburetor. I mean, I don't see nothing, hear nothing happening. We're just going to send that over to the side. Out the way. And then see what I can do with this. Trying to figure this out where you can see without jeopardizing the life of poor man's equipment. That's not going to see enough. Seems some sort of stable. I'd say at this point, for one, I should have wrote a line on there, see if it's doing anything. But I'd say at this point, I ought to be able to push that accelerator pump and see something. If this float is allowed. Oh, I'm gonna need this light. I'll be back. All right, so all I did, I took this down for a minute. But all I did was adjust the distributor. I just turned it a little bit clockwise. Any more clockwise and I won't be able, I don't think I'll be able to get to the bolt. So if that doesn't make a change, then we're gonna go the other way. All right, our gas is set up. We had a leak. I don't know where, but this right here probably wouldn't hurt if that was back up here. This guy is cracked, so let me turn this up like that. That way if it does leak, it'll leak down that way instead of rolling over there, and then we'll know that's where it's coming from. Okay, so I'm gonna go crank it over and see what happens. Hopefully there's some kind of sound change, maybe leaving a ride. Oh no. That is one tough screen protector. All right, so looks like we lost a leg or two on our tripod. where it went. I don't know if you're upside down or right side up. Well, there's that. Alright, so one thing we know is that it's pretty good at braking stuff, but the engine's still not starting. I guess I don't know. See you later. This might be more of a risk, less of a risk. I don't know. There's a little bump there. Holding it on the return line of the see what happens. All right, so I've turned the distributor. Now the vacuum advance is about as far as it can go this way. So last time we had like this little poof. Let's see what happens when we go the other extreme direction. All right, so this is the start of turning the vacuum advance almost as far as it could go. Not adjusting the vacuum advance, just the actual vacuum diaphragm itself. Okay. Now, I'm not used to carburetors. Here's what I know. I'm getting fuel and some spark. So what I'm gonna do, and I don't know if this is dumb or not, but I'm gonna take that distributor off and I'm gonna flip the shaft around 180 degrees and put it back together. See if that fixes it. All right, we're gonna try this again. So what I did is I took off the distributor cap, unbolted the bolt holding the distributor down, lifted it up, turned the rotor 180 degrees. It was pointing this way, now it's pointing this way. Put it back down, distributor cap. Everything is 180 degrees timing of what it was. Let's see what happens. Okie dokie. All right, let's see if there's any more flames or if it starts up. We're definitely getting fuel in there, right? That's exciting. Woo!